Hi guys, so got a package through the other day. It's used, obviously another gas blowback. I have already opened it. There's a mag for it here. Maybe it'll give away what it is. That's right. Have another TM pistol. Have ourselves a P226 Sig Sauer, but the E2. I've wanted to do one of these for ages. I've had the WE, which is a great pistol. Probably one of their best they make, actually, if I'm honest. They're fantastic builds. It's really snappy. But as you guys know, I like to build stuff with steel components, and they just don't do any steel parts for the WEs. So that's why a friend of mine was selling this, and he gave me a cracking deal on it. I couldn't say no. So we're going to do a build on this. I'll do a build series, and I'll show you each step, what I'm doing, any issues I have. So it'll give you an idea as to what you need to do with a build like this. I'm using Garda parts. You'll notice with a lot of my builds I use Garda parts. There's a couple of reasons why I use Garda parts. Is they are a bit cheaper, which I know doesn't sound like the right course of action, but they do lots of parts for Tokyo Marui pistols, and a lot of the other brands of parts you can get for these are just forever out of stock. You just can't get them. Basically, you have to get them when they're first released, and that's an end of it. So we're going to do a build on this. I got this the other day. I've already obviously had a look at it and mucked around with it. It's fully working, no problems with it whatsoever. We're a bit low on gas there. Wonder if the other mag's got some gas in it. Yep, lovely, works perfect. So decocker works as well, lovely. So I've actually already ordered parts for this. Before I got the pistol, actually, I ordered parts for it. So what we've got, put that over one side. I got a package today, which annoyingly was held up in customs, which seems to happen to me a lot at the moment. Here we go. Now, I've not got everything just yet, but I've got all the basic stuff. And the reason why I've got all the basic stuff, the main parts here, is that actually all these parts you see here were stuff that was basically the last ones they had. I normally order from Rainbow 8. I find they're fantastic for getting bits and pieces. Pretty decently priced, and they're also amazingly quick with postage depending on what you order. These I ordered last week, not even a week ago, and they still got held up in customs, and I still got them in under a week from, Taiwan, which is pretty incredible. But the reason why I ordered these parts is because they were literally the last ones. And I know what happens. I'll wait, and then one of these parts will get sold out, and then I'm stuffed. So I thought I'd just unwrap these parts while we're here for you so you can see them before we go through the build. We've got ourselves a Garda stainless steel outer barrel. There we go. Now, be careful when you're ordering parts. You get the Marui P226 rail. Now, the P226 rail is the original that Tokyo Marui released. The E2 which is what we have here, takes a lot of different parts. Thankfully, from what I've read, this barrel is not one of them. The barrel you can use this type. Now, I've got stainless steel outer barrel. I did consider doing just an all black build because, you know, try and keep it authentic. But if I'm honest with you, the black parts were out of stock. So I just thought, you know what, I'm not that bothered. I'm going to go with some stainless steel parts, which is what we have here. If that will focus, there we go. Got the nice rifling at the end there. This is actually one you can remove. The reason why they do this is so you can fit a threaded outer barrel on it if you want to. Plus, for manufacturing side of things, it's just easier for them. Now, I'll be honest with you, when I first had a look at this, I'm a bit disappointed because this part here seems to me to be alloy rather than stainless steel, and this is definitely stainless steel. I can just feel from the weight and the finish. So they've done a new version which is a full barrel without the removable end. I might go down the route of ordering that. I'm not convinced that this part is stainless steel, but you know, we'll go with it and see what happens. So there's that. So we'll put that out of the way. Steel trigger lever. Now, I'll be honest with you, I got this before I got the pistol. The reason why I got this is that I had problems with a few of my builds before where sometimes Tokyo Marui parts like this are pot metal and they fail really easy. Classic example of that is HK45. They break so easy. My understanding from what I've seen so far of this is that it is steel already. So there's your trigger bar. It appears to be steel. So I think I ordered that probably a bit unnecessarily, but oh well, we've got it. You can order the full Garda hammer assembly, but I've held off on that because, as I've said in one of my other videos with the M&P9, their trigger box, well, the hammer units are not the best. Maybe it's just me, but I tend to have very bad luck with those. So these are the two main parts I ordered. A lot of Garda stuff is now coming as branded Black Operation, but it is still Garda products. We've got a CNC alley frame. This one I went with the raw aluminium rather than, get these staples out of the way, rather than the black. I could have ordered the black if I'm honest. It was, oh, what have we got there? Some little inserts, they're quite nice. This is the kind of thing Garda do, these little inserts that replace the screw heads and stuff like that, make it look more authentic. Certainly do wrap them well. And that is raw aluminium. No finish applied, it is just the raw aluminium, and look at that. Nice markings. The nice thing is, no more Tokyo Marui made in Japan. We've just got a proper serial number and the trades. Comes with screws usually, these do, but you can see it is completely bare. We've got to transfer all of the parts over from the Tokyo Marui plastic pistol onto this. I really wanted to get one without a rail, and they do them without a rail, but I just couldn't get one. They were out of stock, and they had this in stock, and I just thought, I'll just get this instead. So that's the frame. Put that over the one side. Don't think I'm going to go mad wrapping this back up again. And then last but not least, the bit I was really excited for, which is the CNC steel slide. And this is for the E2. It does say the 226R, but I ordered the E2 version. So this is the early version marking, which has this style font, which is, I believe, the same as what we have on this one here. So let's open it up and have a look. We have some other bits with it, as you can see, what's just fallen out here. What have we got here? There's a couple of little bits and pieces. They're probably... Oh, that's the ejector. You can see the ejector there. These are probably to mimic pins that go in the top slide. So we'll keep those safe. Nicely wrapped. And we have a blowback unit. I've seen Garda do this a few times, but we have a nice lightweight blowback unit there. Not quite sure why, but it's probably got something to do with tolerances between the two. So, but there she is, with the older style Sig Sauer markings. Sig Sauer P226, sorry, stainless. With the Sig arms on there. But yeah, it's pretty. Very pretty. In fact, shall we see what it looks like on the frame with the barrel in? Give you a bit of a teaser. It's like a kid at Christmas like this. So, barrel in. That's already looking good. Look at that. Nice. And then lost our barrel inside the slide there. There we go. So yeah, going dual tone with this one. The black frames are not available at the moment. So I will be keeping an eye out for a black frame, just in case I do want to change it over. But I think it's a nice look. I might go down the route of maybe mirror polishing this frame. It is quite pitted still, but I don't think it's finished at all. From what I understand, it's the raw aluminium. So I've got some polishing wheels and stuff, and I might mirror polish this to make it look pop against that. But I must admit, I'm pretty pleased with that. That looks pretty good. Even better if I was able to get that barrel in place. There we go. That's it. With those grips on, that's going to look great. Yeah, pleased with that. So yeah, there we go, guys. Just a quick one then today. Nothing too big. Well, a new build, of course. So we've got lots of parts here. Like I said, I'm going to record the build, show you what I've done, and you'll see as well, no doubt, that all this stuff is not just going to fit together and work seamlessly. There's going to be a lot of tuning involved. And what I mean by tuning, when you hear me talk about tuning, we're talking about, you know, polishing certain parts. Sometimes blowback units don't fit correctly. Nozzles are a bit tight. Unfortunately, especially with Garda, they put this nice coating on everything, but it's a little, well, it's a bit chalky, and it really sort of gives extra friction to the parts which are supposed to move. So I usually try and remove this coating where it has contact patches, so we'll see. So yeah, I'm going to go through the build on the 226. I'll show you each step. It'll probably be in a few parts. I probably won't do it all in one go. It normally takes me, you know, a week or two of once I've got the thing assembled, working it, and gradually breaking it in. So yeah, there we go. If you have any questions about any of the parts I've ordered, where I got them from or how much they cost or whatnot, feel free to drop me a message or a comment. Like and subscribe so you can follow along the build, and I'll see you guys another time.